Good afternoon. Today is the 27th of December and look what I picked up from South West London earlier today. This is the 2006 Mitsubishi Shogun 3.2 DID Field that I was been talking about on some of the videos before Christmas on the channel. This was owned until this morning by a friend of mine who wanted me essentially to sell the car for him, but it was easier to do that if we put it into my name, and I ended up actually borrowing a little bit of money on a family loan and purchasing it from him at the same price as We Buy Any Car would have done. And so it'll be up for sale down here in Hampshire very shortly. The tyres are off-road tyres, apart from the spare, it's a slightly different one I think. They're Continental Conti cross-contact tyres, plenty of tread on them. The car's also got brand new suspension. Just at the front here, if I can poke that in there, you see it's brand new both sides. It's done about 72,000 miles. Being the field specification, it's a very high spec model, and it also has lots of nice features in it and things. One thing I would say is that if you open it up, you'll see it's got things like satellite navigation and sort of fake wood. I can't get the sat nav to work though. I don't know how it works. I think there would have been a remote control for it originally, and it looks like it's been lost. But anyway, we've got leather trim, although that feels like fake leather to me. I think this is real leather. We've got heated seats, although the control for the heated seats looks like an aftermarket one or something. I'm not sure what's happened there. Traction control. It also has a completely different heat and ventilation system for the rear. So we've got two air conditioning systems in this car. I don't remember what that thing on the back is. I think it might be a heated wiper, because there is a rear heated window control just there. We've got two glove boxes in this car as well. One there, and there is some kind of kit for plugging your phone into the system. I'm not entirely sure how all that works. I'll have to find out. And then another glove box down here with the car's manual and a wheel brace in there. It has got an airbag as well, so there's plenty of room in here for all kinds of things. Quite narrow doors and door pockets, but holder for about 3 pens, 2 cup holders, big central armrest thing, if I can get that off. There we go. There's the parrot screen that goes, I think, on there normally. Lots of screws that go in various places, and then I think you can lift that one up as well. There's 2 bits to that. So lots and lots of practical space. In the back, this is actually a 7-seater car, so there's 3 rows of seats in it. Nice courtesy light just there. You can fold the seats down like so. That comes forward, and again it will just push forward to push it back. You can incline the seat to different angles as well if you'd like, if you want to do that. There's the separate heating and ventilation system I was talking about. It's dual zone air conditioning effectively, because you've got vents actually in the ceiling like this, 4 of them. There's also an electric sunroof. There's the you see at top of the mirror is the microphone for the parrot system. If I open the boot, now on Shoguns of this era, the boot latches of common failure point. This one is absolutely fine, because my friend Piers fixed it. Now this piece of trim should be on the rear tailgate just there. I'll have to sort that out. Also, we've got 2 cans of fuel. He's very kindly given to me. Now there's a cup holder that side. There's a reason for that. It's because the rear seats are under here. I'm not going to put them up because it probably takes more than one hand to do that, but That's where you lift them up. Head restraints are in here as well. Piers has also given me some diesel, which is very kind of him. It looks like I'm all equipped for my trip across the Serengeti or wherever I'm going in this, because it's a big old car, and it feels like it could sort of cross continents in this. Obviously Parry Decker heritage on a Shogun. 12-volt socket in the boot there as well, which is good, and a luggage net to put all the bits and pieces in. As you can see there, I think that's a heated rear wiper blade or something, or heated washer jet on the back. Now this is a very late penultimate generation Shogun. The final generation has just finished production. This is similar to the final generation, but is the one before that, but they're very similar actually. The ones that came in 99, this is a sort of 99 onwards type. They finished production in 2006, and then the next generation came out, which is essentially just a very, very heavy facelift of this one. The colour is interesting. I quite like it. I prefer a little bit of a darker green myself, but you don't see many green cars here at all. So what we'll do next is we'll go inside and switch her on. Okay, so if I put the key into ignition here, it does have a separate remote for locking and unlocking the doors. You can also do that with the key. Very easy to get in and out. If I just shut the door, turn on the ignition. Oh dear, excuse me, that's my lunch there. Not very professional, I do apologise, viewers. We'll actually get the mirrors to fold in, so you'll see there's a button literally just for doing that there. Just down there, so press that button again, the mirrors fold out like that. Isn't that good? So we've got audio system here. I will not turn that on for copyright reasons. The display cycles through like this. That's the state of the air conditioning. We have got climate control in this car. There is a rear fan setting here. Also there's that funny switch for, I think it's the heated rear washer jet or something. Also been converted from a cigarette lighter to a dual 12-volt socket. That's the traction control button there. And that funny heated seat control. I can assure you heated seats work just fine. Got separate low range gearbox in this car. 2 high, 4 high, 4 high low, and 4 low low. And that's to do with the differential locks. If I just switch the car onto that, I might be able to actually engage that if I... Yes, so we've got 4 high, 4 high low, 4 low low, and then back all the way through each one of them into 2 high. Excellent. There's cruise control as well by that tiny little stalk just there. Huge amount of adjustment for the intermittent wiper speed for some reason in this car. Don't know why particularly, but there we go. There's part of the Parrot system on there. Seats are very, very, very comfortable indeed. Masses of sort of dome lights and things like that. That's the sunroof control. I'm not going to do that because it's a bit cold in here today. There are lights as well for the rear too. Right, I think the only thing we need to do is open the bonnet, which is done by that lever just there. I don't know if you can really see it. There's another one on this side here for the fuel release. One thing I'm missing in a Shogun, I think a Shogun really should have, rather than this funny screen, which, you know, the sat-nav system doesn't seem to work properly. This isn't a touch screen, by the way. I think there must have been a remote originally for the car, and I haven't got the remote, so I don't seem to be able to use that. So I just put it back onto, you know, that's for radio and this climate control system. The only thing I can do now is have a look at the engine bay. So here we go. This is the 3.2 litre turbo diesel engine. I'm not entirely sure of the power output. It'll be somewhere north of 150 horsepower in this, because this is a huge car. And it will tow 3.5 tonnes. One of the reasons my friend Piers actually bought it in the first place. There's some wiring that he's put in to be able to tow things with it. I think he called it like an American towing system. The rear of the car also has suspension that can be raised and lowered with an air pump. You sort of manually pump it up and down if you want. That's another addition on the car. Now the fan belts on this car, which are hidden just kind of down here, those need adjusting, so tomorrow I'm going to get Chris from Boats and Engines to have a look at that for me. Also, the rear parking sensors and reversing camera aren't currently connected up, so I'll have to have that addressed. The wheel arch liner here has been fitted recently, but it doesn't seem to be a particularly good fit at the front, so we'll have to take a look at that as well. I have got one in the boot, which is for the other side too, but we don't really actually need that one. So the car's got a full service history with it, as far as I know. The MOT's until well into sort of next year, and so it should be a really good car for someone. I'm just waiting for the V5 to come back from the DVLA, and then we'll put it up for sale after we've had a bit of fun with it. We'll take it off-road maybe tomorrow with Chris, because he's a much better off-road driver than me, so he'll probably drive. And we'll see how it goes. It should be pretty good. So thank you ever so much indeed for watching this walk around of this 2006 Mitsubishi Shogun 3.2 DID Field. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content on this wonderful car. I'm sure you'll have probably questions about it. One thing I'm not going to tell you is how much I paid for the car. That's between me and Piers. Yes, it is actually, it's worth a fair bit more actually than WeBuyAnyCar.com wanted to pay Piers for it. He just hasn't got time to sell it properly. He could do. He's very mechanically minded and has done things like fixing bits on the car, so he just hasn't got the time to do it, so that's why he has given the project to me instead. But please visit my website www.lloydvehicleconsulting.co.uk if you wish to do so. Also, I've got a Facebook page, facebook.com/Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching.